Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and this is what's in my bag. These are the shoes that are in my rotation, or have been in my rotation for the past couple of weeks. And I love playing in a lot of shoes, you know what I mean? Like there's a whole bunch of like these are my favorite shoes right now, as far as like recent shoes that have come out, right? And also here. But you know, I can only play in so many, right? And also it depends on what I'm feeling as far as what I want to play in. So some weeks I want a cushion that's, I don't know why, but cushion is like mostly the deciding factor just because all these shoes are awesome, right? As far as the upper goes, that's a little bit different. Like, you know, there's some that are a little bit thicker and a little bit cozier, and there's some that are super minimal. But all these have amazing traction, right? So I guess like cushion is more like the deciding factor for me because yeah, I mean, I play a lot, you know what I mean? Like before quarantine and stuff like that, I used to play a lot, like 5-6 times a week. And that just caught up to me, you know what I mean? And I'm playing a lot less now. And as you guys, if you guys didn't notice, my performance reviews, they're taking a little bit longer to like actually make, just because I'm playing a little bit less during the week. I'm trying to rehab and work out my legs and my body so that I can be healthy, because you know, my body aches a little bit. I'm getting a little bit older, right? You know what I mean? But anyways, so as far as the cushion goes, sometimes I want a really responsive cushioning setup that's very low to the ground, right? Like I enjoy playing in shoes like that, right? But it catches up to me, and like my feet and my legs start to hurt a little bit. And once that happens, then I switch into a shoe that has a little bit more cushion. So because of that, I switch out shoes a good amount, especially like what's in my rotation and what I like to play in, right? But sometimes shoes are just amazing right when I test it, so I don't really need a backup shoe. And other times there's a shoe that's not that nice, and I just want to play in a shoe that I can really just play ball in and enjoy my time playing in it, right? So those are the shoes right now. I got 3 basketball shoes, and if you guys want to get any of these shoes, I try to leave an affiliate link in the description box. But let's get it started off with the Nike PG6. I mean guys, these are just amazing. They're 110 bucks, very cheap, and they're back on Nike.com right now. Actually today I checked Nike.com and the PG6 was there in this colorway actually, and there is that white and translucent outsole colorway coming out soon. It said coming soon, but this colorway is available in almost all the sizes, but pretty much every single size that was available, it said just a few left, which sucks. But either way, the PG6 is absolutely amazing. The traction is top tier. You're gonna be biting through a lot of, you know, dirty courts, you know, any condition really, right? If you're playing on a clean court, it's gonna bite amazing. If you're playing on a dusty court, it's a very easy wipe. It doesn't pick up dust that quickly either, and so you'll be fine on a dusty court. I mean, outdoor court though, probably not the best option, right? But also the cushion is nice. It's a nice balance between responsiveness and impact protection, which I really like, right? So this is a shoe that I pick when I want like a responsive cushioning setup. For example, you know, like in the Giannis Immortality, like the impact protection isn't the best, right? And my feet hurt a little bit, or a good amount when I play in it, right? Also, what's another shoe? And also, like, you know, the Curry 9. The Curry 9 doesn't really have amazing cushion either. But the PG6 has great impact protection with the full length React, especially here in the heel when I'm doing heel strikes, so my feet don't really hurt that much, but also I get great court feel and great responsiveness, which I really like, right? Also, the material is super thin and very comfortable on foot, but also the tongue has a good amount of foam, which makes it very cozy, and it's very lightweight too. You know, if I remember correctly, it's like 12 ounces? 12.17 ounces. I mean, it's not super lightweight, but it is lighter than average. So yeah, the PG6, I really enjoy playing the shoe, and I feel like most people would enjoy it. Just watch out for support though. Lateral containment, I would say, isn't the best. I mean, for me, it was adequate enough, right? I didn't really have any huge issues with it, but I feel like if you're like a heavier dude doing very shifty lateral movements, it's probably not the best option for lateral containment, right? But for me, I absolutely love playing in it, so there is the PG6. Next, we got a shoe that I'm testing right now, and it's absolutely amazing, and that is the Nike KD15. The KD15, yeah, they did it again. They came back, and they hit another home run, you know what I mean? The KD14, it's a GOAT performer. I love that shoe. It's one of my favorite shoes of all time. But the KD14 is not that good looking, honestly, and a lot of people agree with me, you know what I mean? But the KD15 came out, it looks a lot better and performs just as good, almost just as good, and we'll get to that in like a full versus video when I get the full performance review of the KD15 out. But the traction is top tier, it's amazing. You have an amazing bite, it picks up very little dust, just like the PG6 and also just like the KD14. The cushion also is amazing, right? It is a little much for me though, sometimes, right? I full length zoom strobo, I really like it, but it's just like, sometimes it's a little too much, you know what I mean? Like, I want a responsive cushioning setup. I don't want to feel all that compression, all that bouncing right underneath my foot, you know, like every single day when I'm playing ball. I'd honestly rather just play in the PG6. And just, of course, in my opinion. But of course, most days I really enjoy zoom strobo, right? And as far as the heel goes, the foam isn't that nice. You know, there's a little bit of compression, but mostly it's like, it's stiffer than the KD14, which is a good thing or a bad thing, right? I definitely do know some people that said the KD14 Cushlon, especially in the heel, is too soft. And if you thought that, then the KD15 is a great kind of redesign, right? But I liked the KD14 Cushlon, you know what I mean? So it just feels a little bit more responsive, you know what I mean, here in the heel. And the materials are really, really nice. It's super thin, especially here in the forefoot. For quality, it's not bad. I mean, this mesh material isn't the best for quality, especially for 150 bucks. And for the tongue, there's a nice bit of padding, and here in the ankle area, there's nice padding as well. Also, I will say though, I did experience, it's not heel slippage, but it felt like my heel wasn't all the way locked down into the shoe. You know what I mean? Like, especially when I was switching shoes around from the KD14 or the PG6 or other shoes that I'm testing, my heel felt a lot more locked down than the other shoes. And then when I'm playing in the KD15, it felt just not as locked down, right? And there was a little bit of slippage. It wasn't a deal breaker or anything. It wasn't terrible, so I could definitely live with it, right? So there is the KD15, and then last but not least is the New Balance 282. This shoe, oh my goodness, guys! Like, this shoe is a banger, guys. 120 bucks. It's amazing right now, right? The traction is top tier. I'm getting amazing bites. It picks up very, not very little dust. It does pick up a good amount of dust actually, but it's a very easy wipe, right? So if I kept up my wipes, I had really good stops. And usually I don't really mind wiping that much, you know? But if I don't have to, I'd rather not wipe, you know what I mean? But you know, the traction so far is really, really nice. And the cushion, it's just a great all-around cushioning setup, right? So it's kind of like the PG6 for me, you know? If I want a responsive cushioning setup, but I also want like impact protection, and I don't want my feet to hurt that much, the 282 it feels like a great option right now, right? So I would say the court feel seems a little bit better than the PG6 actually, right? The court feel is absolutely amazing here in the 282. And here in the heel, there's a little bit of bounce. I would say it's not as much as the PG6, but there's a nice subtle bounce in the heel and compression. You know, so heel strikes also feels good for the cushion. And the material is just so thin and minimal. It feels great on foot. There's very little padding inside of the shoe. So I mean, like, this shoe feels really lightweight, and I feel super quick when I'm playing in the shoe, right? So if I weigh it, I remember, yeah, like it's 10.83 ounces, guys. So the 282, I'm still testing it, but I'm absolutely loving playing in this shoe. It's absolutely amazing. And yeah, these are the shoes that are in my rotation right now, right? The KD15 and the 282, I'm actually still testing, but they're so damn nice that I don't even really need backup shoes right now. And I just play in the PG6 and take it as like a backup because I enjoy playing in the PG6, and sometimes I want to play in the shoe. You know what I mean? But yeah, that about wraps it up for this video. These are the 3 shoes that have been in my rotation very, very heavily, and these are all amazing performers right now. So if you guys do want to get any of these shoes, I'll try to leave an affiliate link in the description box. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.